What's up, guys? So, Dr. Fauci started talking about double masking recently. I thought that was pretty interesting because a year ago he was saying, don't worry about wearing a mask at all. And I know he's changed his stance since then.
Wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is.
But now, a year later, double masking is actually what you should have been doing the whole time. But he does admit that there's no scientific evidence about that.
In the meantime, as I often get asked, should you be wearing two masks or one mask? And I say, there's no recommendation. Can we make a general recommendation that doesn't have scientific basis yet? No.
But what's really interesting to me is what else are they not studying? And that's kind of what really got me thinking recently, and that's what I want to talk about right now. What's interesting to me about the scientific evidence part is the fact that the CDC has been around since 1946, and in those 70 some odd years, almost 80 years, they haven't done a single bit of research on double masking, and they haven't done any research on double masking in the last year. We've had a year to really dive into how to protect ourselves from this disease, and it's only recently, like we talked about last week, that China has now figured out that anal testing is a much better way to detect COVID. Since we learned that it does in fact exist in your anus, China's had to clear up a lot of rumors about whether or not anal testing makes you walk like a penguin, because that was a legitimate scare. Also, the Florida man who was arrested for the inappropriate truck sticker had to find a new way to lure women. And that really got me thinking, if COVID exists in your anus, does that mean it exists in your farts? And apparently, could a hard blast of rectal nectar take out a senior citizen living center? Would a dry butt cough cast your grandma back into the shadow realm? Does your grandfather saying, "pull my finger," now count as attempted murder? And why hasn't this been studied? Why have these questions not been asked? What is the CDC doing with all of their time and money and resources? Will the CDC study this? And how much are volunteers going to get paid? So let me know, how much would you guys need to make to let someone spread-cheeked with their brown whispering eye fart right into your face? How much money would it take for you to willingly let someone COVID fart right into your face? How much money would you need for that? And keep in mind, this is for science. Very important. You could save lives here with this research. But luckily for us, it only matters if you're not wearing pants. If you're wearing pants, obviously you're already double masking on your anus. Whether you're a masker or an anti-masker, as long as you're wearing pants and underwear, everyone is double masking. But then that led me to my other question, my more important question, and this concerns a minority group that is almost never discussed in media. I'm talking about nudist colonies. How are the nudists handling COVID? I mean, presumably wearing anything just kind of goes against their worldview. But for the safety of mankind, are they willing to wear nothing at all below the neck, but maybe just cover up the face? Do they know what a lethal weapon their anus actually is? So as it turns out, they actually do have a very big COVID issue. Also, as it turns out, COVID-contaminated butt burps were first talked about back in April of 2020. And why no one has brought this up since then is completely beyond me, because that's one of the funniest things I think I've ever heard. Did any of you guys even know about this? I literally don't remember anyone bringing this up at all, yet it's been known about for well over a year. And the thing that I can't find is, how are nudists responding to this issue? Like, are they wearing bandanas to cover their mouths? Are they wearing pirate patches to cover their brown eye? Like, what's the, solution to this issue? How can they still express themselves freely while protecting those around them? And I think I have the solution. I have come up with something that will still give them the joy of exposing themselves to strangers while also protecting those strangers from their poisonous fart factories. I have, boom, by cutting the legs off of these boxer briefs, I have created a completely breathable, freeing apparatus, which also contains the anal contaminants. I've also thought about calling it the nudist booty duty catcher. Sounds pretty catchy, right? Ultimately though, we're still faced with the other issue of double masking. How do we double mask the butt strap? And the solution is a lot more simple than you think. Simply take an actual mask, and you want to make sure that you're doing it with the white side facing in. You want to do it with the white side facing in because this is the side that helps catch the COVID, but also because at the end of the day, you can see firsthand just how much COVID you've actually contained. So we're just going to take a stapler. Sorry, this is my first time strapping a mask to a pair of underwear. It's not going like I thought it would. Just going to take a stapler and then whammy. And then one more down here just to really hold it in place. You don't want this thing running around in your underwear all willy-nilly causing some chafing. Oh, dang it. Is that it? That's it. All right, so here you have it, folks. This is the solution to the problem that no one cares about. All right, I'm gonna keep trying to get to the bottom of this. Fantastic. All right. I should probably never make another video ever again. I almost forgot about the best part. So when you cut out the legs, hold on one second. When you cut the legs out of the boxer briefs, it doubles as a face mask. And in fact, if you want a double mask up top, just like you're double masking down below, strap on the other leg. I'm a freaking genius. All right, I think I got it. I think I figured out the proper technique for double masking. I think this is how you're supposed to do it. I don't know, let's ask Dr. Fauci and see what he thinks.